Black Hollow Forest has always been shrouded in mystery, a place where the sunlight barely touches the ground, and the air feels heavy with secrets. Local legends speak of strange happenings, but Clara never believed them until now. Clara packed her bag with determination. The forest had been calling her, the stories gnawing at her curiosity. She wasn't one to believe in ghosts or curses, but something about Black Hollow felt different. The moment Clara stepped into the forest, the world seemed to change. The air grew colder, and the vibrant colors of autumn dulled into muted shades of brown and gray. Clara paused. The forest was too quiet, unnaturally so. No birds sang, no leaves rustled. It was as if the world itself was holding its breath, waiting for something. In the heart of the forest, Clara stumbled upon a clearing bathed in pale moonlight. At its center stood an ancient oak, its bark marred by a jagged symbol that seemed to pulse faintly in the dark. She reached out to touch the symbol, but a sudden gust of icy wind stopped her. A low, guttural whisper echoed through the trees. Clara spun around, her flashlight cutting through the darkness, finding nothing but shadows. As Clara examined the tree, her phone screen flickered, and her watch spun erratically. It was as if the forest itself was rejecting the technology, leaving her isolated in the growing darkness. Then, she saw a figure standing just beyond the tree line, tall and impossibly thin, with glowing eyes that stared back at her. It tilted its head, its movements unnatural, almost mechanical. Clara ran, branches clawing at her as whispers morphed into overlapping screams. The forest seemed alive, closing in around her, trapping her in its endless maze of shadows. She hit the ground hard, her flashlight rolling away. Its beam illuminated a grotesque figure, a creature with stretched skin, jagged teeth, and glowing eyes that seemed to pierce her very soul. Desperate, Clara spotted a cabin in the clearing and ran toward it. The building leaned to one side, its windows shattered, and its walls covered in strange, fading symbols. Inside, the cabin was cold and damp. The walls were marked with symbols that seemed drawn in blood, and the air reeked of decay. Clara leaned against the door, her breath visible in the freezing air. The creaking began above her, faint at first, then louder. Dust rained down from the ceiling as a trapdoor to the attic burst open, revealing glowing eyes staring down at her. A smaller creature dropped from the attic, its limbs contorting unnaturally as it crawled toward her. Its face was a shifting nightmare, its growls reverberating through the cabin. Clara burst through the door, the creature scuttling after her. It moved with an unnatural speed, its pale form illuminated by the moonlight as she sprinted for her life. She broke free from the forest, collapsing onto the empty road. The town's distant streetlights flickered in the horizon, but the forest behind her remained silent, as if nothing had happened. Even safe at home, Clara couldn't escape. As she lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, the whispers returned, faint and chilling. They carried one word that echoed through her mind: leave.